Okay, let's talk about qualified immunity. Okay, I told you qualified immunity was, as you well know, is what was for kings, queens, emperors. You know, that put them above the law. No law is accounted to them, and the rule of law was first established or started in the history of the Magna Carta, the Great Charter. Okay, but qualified immunity, it's ridiculous how it started. Qualified immunity, a legal doctrine protecting government officials from civil lawsuits, was first articulated by the Supreme Court in 1967 in the case of Pierson versus Ray. While the concept of qualified immunity has evolved over time, this landmark case established the initial framework for the doctrine. Okay, how did qualified immunity start? That was the question I asked, and this is what I came up with. All right, I read about this years ago, and it's always dumbfounded me. How did qualified immunity start? In 1967, the United States Court introduced qualified immunity in Pierson versus Ray to protect police officers from financial liability after they arrested 15 clergy members for breaching the peace after they attempted to use a segregated waiting room at a bus station. So the police didn't like the white preachers sitting with the black preachers in the coloreds only section, so they decided to arrest people. There was no law against it, but the cops didn't like it, and they decided they were going to make it up, you know. And so they falsely arrested these preachers. And these preachers, this was during the civil rights movements. They were going to the South and getting people to vote and registering them to vote. And you know, in some states in the South, they didn't like certain people voting. And everybody in public service was stopping them. So preachers decided to get together and help these people out. But that's where qualified immunity started. They said the cops didn't know the law, so they weren't actually breaking the law. And to this day now, cops do not have to know the law. All they have to be is a high school graduate, and they go out there and arrest people at will for laws that don't exist, and they even violate their oath to serve and protect. Now, there's for violating the oath, no matter what public servant it is, it's mandatory fines, removal from public service, and incarceration, and if death is involved, the death penalty. Now, that's the law. I'm just saying, okay, so, but ever since then, public servants have been giving other public servants qualified immunity. And I've always had a strong feeling about that, because legally, morally, and ethically, public servants, those in charge of writing laws, you know, enforcing laws, don't seem to be held to the same standard as the people they serve. People they serve, they swore to serve and protect. So there's a lot of, it's ridiculous about all this stuff they came up about qualified immunity, because qualified immunity shouldn't exist.